Yes, people, there it's 10 p.m. So welcome back to Danny AFC TV. I see Hussein, Jamal, my brother from another mother, is already up in the building. International break, a little bit boring. Shouts out to Ratis, Latvia's finest, the biggest supporter of Igor and Igor Stepanov. The Igor branding will be in town quite soon. We'll look at that on the app in a moment. People, a couple of things about Andrea Berti, first things first. It appears we are now definitely after another central midfielder. It seems like Martin Zubimendi is not the flavour of the month. If this is true, Hussein, maybe he ain't going to be such a bad CEO. Names that have been linked with Arsenal today have been Atletico Madrid central midfielder Pablo Barrios, and there is another one from Spain today. From Barcelona, but he has a bit of a high release clause considering he's only sort of just been around their first team. Where is he? Mark something. Any thoughts on Aiden Haven? I thought he looked actually really good for Man United the other day. I hear the injury isn't as bad as first feared. I wish him luck. He's 18. He left Arsenal on clearly the promise there was a pathway to the first team quicker for him at Man United now. People say famously at Arsenal, look at Skelly, look at Anwari. Well, yeah, look at Skelly. But I think Skelly is mainly playing, and I hate to be brutal against Arteta, like me and Hussein, brothers in arms always are. But we see the truth and we take away the bullshit and the lies and the doing it for his own personal reasons. Maybe like giving Anwari his debut at such a young age for his own personal record-breaking reasons. And with this Skelly making him a left-back, I really hope Tuchel, and I don't really care about international football, but I will love Thomas Tuchel and his England reign so much more if he was to slam Skelly in the central midfield. England have got no central midfield. If they don't have Declan Rice, they'll be banging trouble. Who else is a natural central midfielder for England in the England squad? Henderson. Where is even Henderson these days, France? Shouts out to you, Hussein. What is good, my brother? Free Palestine, of course. Screw them other, the evils of the world. Indeed, my brother. And shouts out to all the real ones that know, man. All the real ones that did decent and proper heart. Some people don't care. Some people, it's cash. And some people just know. Harry Kane, lots of talks of him and a Premier League return. I wonder how serious would Arsenal fans actually like, or forget Arsenal fans, would the board ever consider it? How old is he? 30, 31. Me and Hussein talking at length about Liverpool the other day. Trent Alexander-Arnold, clearly, like, if there wasn't a bigger, good evening, Vix, if there wasn't a bigger indication he wasn't a part of Liverpool's plans no more, like leaving him out of the cup final for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's a good player and a good right back. But I thought that was a bit of a kick in the bollocks for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And if you're ever trying to convince him to stay, that is probably not the best way to do it. So I reckon Trent has probably told Liverpool he is leaving. As for Van Dijk, he's made it clear he wants to stay. And again, I think it's just his tricky age. Him and Salah, they're at an age where it's like blah, blah, blah. But then certain teams, especially in Saudi, but I'm sure there's other teams. Bayern Munich, I'm sure, would give any of these two guys a good wage. PSG, most certainly, would give any of these two fellows a good wage. Barcelona, Real Madrid, I think they're more promises and bonus based these days. But good evening to the real ones. Please get a massive like on the video. Is it going to be a very quiet service this evening? So straight into it. Bruno Guimaraes could be one midfielder who has been persistently linked with Arsenal for the last week. Arnold, Salah, Van Dijk, Diaz. Who? Who's Mayo? Mayonnaise. Who's Mayonnaise? Who? Right. Arnold, Salah, Van Dijk, Diaz. I don't think Diaz. Again, Barcelona have been linked with Diaz. Have they got the finances? Yes, Yui, offended. Yui is in the place. Liverpool imploding. I still can't believe the decisions they're making. Danny, you good, bro? Eddie Howe and Lego Man have both won one trophy, and Lego Man's supposed to be some genius. Exactly, and he's done it for Newcastle. And you know what, bros? He would have even won 2 trophies by now, but Newcastle have been slightly held back by this financial fair play. Hence why a 52,000 capacity stadium, which does get filled out every week, they're going to outgrow. Look at Everton today with their shiny brand new stadium. How much does that Everton stadium hold, by the way? Tiger King Braun, my God. Is Arteta a Lego pedo? I think he is, bruv. 5 years in, bro, and I'm promising you, Mr. Tiger, and I've said it before, I said it at the start of my channel, I'll say it in the middle, I say it, well, hopefully there will never be an end to the great Danny AFC TV, but Arteta's not the guy. A novice learning on the job, as I said, at very best at the start. And what has he actually done? And a massively long time to you, bro. And you know what? And you look at a guy like Arne Slot. He comes from, and you wonder if Tottenham had got him, would he have made Tottenham a lot more sensible than what Ange Postecoglou is doing? But forget Tottenham and Ange Postecoglou. Let's get to Arne Slot from the Dutch league, the Eredivisie, with all respect, the Eredivisie. How the fuck has he come to England and made it look so easy? Like if Erik ten Hag had have bounced in at Liverpool a year ago instead of going Man United a couple of years ago, would it have been great? Is the Eredivisie the leader of all managers and great men? Like Liverpool have had a season or two of a bit funniness on the Klopp. The last year or two, I think Klopp was pissed off. He didn't get certain signings, maybe Bellingham, maybe Caicedo. And Klopp decided, I think he kind of jacked it in at Liverpool. Bollocks. And I think that was more a financial thing, thinking he couldn't compete or keep up with Man City. Man City will have a big summer, they're bastards. But back to our problem. We've had this guy 5 years. We have invested in Tiger and everyone else on the stream. Tiger Braun, King Braun and everyone else. But what is it for? Where are we going? Like, I believe if we did get someone like Zubamendi in the summer, Juan Garcia, the backup goalkeeper, I don't believe that excels us to the Premier League title. I think that's just all very normal signings for what at the moment is a fucking normal club. I'm fine to the Vic Star. Good. Oh, Nunes is mayonnaise. Okay, long time. But what do you think? Bertie signed Suarez and Atletico won it that season. Did he? Did he sign the great Luis Suarez, yeah? But I'm still going strong, still got to do my thing, bro. Thank you so much, Free Palestine and all the real ones. Happy Ramadan, of course, my brother, and to everyone else on the stream, like Hussein and UE. Hope it hasn't been too difficult for you and too energy zapping, they say. But negative on him. He has a close relationship with a big Portuguese agent. Oh, yeah, a lot of people have close relationships and they like to do business with people they know. They keep it in family. So, yeah, looking at close records, you'll have to wonder. But, yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't care if it was Paul Merson, Donald Duck or Viv Anderson who's going to be our technical director, our CEO, whatever you want to say. As long as the person genuinely gives a fuck about my football club, they will push Arteta. Like, you know, after a year or so of being at the club, I'd hopefully Nicola Berti will be like, yo, bro, like, I gave you the 3 or 4 signings you needed last summer. I negotiated them. I got them over the line. Why are we still not winning? Why are we still second to probably Liverpool? But we certainly do. But again, forget obviously when he first come to the Premier League, like, we have got big signings in us, Declan Rice, etc. But why won't we do it when it's something so necessary, when it's something that we so badly need, when the writing is on the wall? Hobby Felix was and I've always said that £107 million. But I actually don't really blame Andrea Berti on that. I do believe that was more of a Conte. I always thought the chemistry, and I'm not a Spanish football expert or an Atletico Madrid expert, but I always thought it was more personal, the way he was dashing him out on loan to Barca. I got the opinion it was either Conte, I won't sign a contract if this prick Felix is around. So I have a feeling them two fell out. So, and I think Atletico backed the manager rather than striker. Tiger! But lovely to see you back, bro. Please get a massive like on the video. If you had unsubscribed or it was an old account, please make sure you're resubscribed. Linda! Yeah, Linda's still about. How are you, Linda? Even mate. Where have you been, mate? Life, Linda, got a little girl now. She's just turned 1 last month. To the power of the Lord Allah, and blessings to all human beings. I hope she is doing very well, which I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's a beautiful young girl. Miss Jewel, we love you as well, bro. We still have our moments on the channel. Keep it professional, but we have our mad moments. Yeah. Where is it? We need some English. Where's Leo's? WB. Get the English back on the channel. No, we're joking. We get the best chat from the Mandem. Better than everyone arguing on it. Finish my comment on that. Hold on. So sorry. Hold on. What did I say? Yes, because I actually run into this. See, again, I believe, and I will finish the comment, that was more of a Conte problem. Hoy was a bad signing looking back, but at the time, everyone wanted him, and he convinced them to sign. That's positive. Yeah, I do believe Barcelona had money around then. If you want the truth, though, I kind of remember because I wanted Hoy Felix back then. You know, I've always got an eye for a young superstar. And Atletico just kind of gazumped everyone, as they would say in the trade. Gazumped him with £107 million. But I do think the treatment of Hoy Felix at Atletico was pretty shit. The Muslim brothers and sisters are taking over the chat. And it is true, but yes, I think it was more personal. I like Hoy Felix. I think he is what you would definitely call a system player. Like, I always knew that was never going to work for him at Chelsea, but I believe in Italy, somewhere out there, there is a team for Hoy Felix. It is very nice. Thank you. And I see you again. Hope your missus and the new beautiful baby girl are still about. Oh, whoa. Don't start video calling people. So shouts out to the real ones. What's this? Barcelona plan Ansu Fati. What's this? Ansu Fati, Danny, what do you think of Arsenal losing out? Bro, hold on. Let me read this. Yeah, Barcelona trying to sell Ansu Fati to everyone. Bro, I think he's brilliant. And I think in his first few games for Man United, we see a bit against us. We see a little bit in Europa League action a little while ago. And then his debut the other day, I thought he was the best defender on the park for Man United. And not only was he making vital little blocks, I think he reads the game very well. I actually really like Aiden Haven. And I obviously can see whoever done their deal, they probably sacked their CEO now, Man United. Man United are a confused club. Because I think they've done Arsenal dirty. Kido Martins is going to be a class striker. Come on. He's fucking only just turned 17, bros, and he's already played Premier League minutes. Like, Aiden Haven, I think he played no Premier League minutes at Arsenal and played about 7 in the worthless Caravan Cup. I think it was a really bad move, and I think Aiden Haven would be a really good and productive backup to Gabriel. Left-footed centre-half. You need 4 centre-backs, and I think we kind of lack. I think we've got 2 good right-backs, or fighting for right-back. I don't want Timber or White to be cross-contaminating and fighting for centre-back. I think there's 2 good right-backs there. And at left-back, I'd like to think it's Calafiori and a +1. And not Skelly next season, because Skelly is class was, but he's a central midfielder. And losing Aiden Haven, really bad. Again, I believe this is where Arteta is not a great man manager. And there's favourites at the club. Like, I think if you wear your bow tie and your suit in the correct fashion, maybe Skelly did, and you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. I think of Vanwari, it's a bit of peer pressure, but you can see he puts Mourinho in a number 9 shirt instead of Vanwari. I find that incredible. Do you know what I mean? Whether he got the header for the 1-0 win, which was brilliant against Chelsea or not, I find it unbelievable. But losing Aiden Haven, a fucking bad decision. And the Kido Obi Martins is going to burn us real bad. You know what I mean? I don't want to liken him to Michael Owen, but watching him youth football, you only can compare him to someone like a natural finisher like an Owen, a Robbie Fowler. He's that good. And Aiden Haven, a real fuck up. I hope it ain't that long term, bros. I'm hearing it, you know what I mean? He's young and it might not be as bad as we expected. I still haven't had that confirmed. But Aiden Haven, brilliant. And you know what I mean? Man United, even though they've got injuries, they've got Martinez, De Ligt, Harry Maguire seems to be a fruit of the month again, or flavour of the month. I think Aiden Haven, when he returns, goes straight back in on the left-footed side of that, even above Martinez. He reads the game really well. And Man United, well done to him, innit? And there's only so much I can blame the player. Like if a player says, I want to go there to win trophies, or I want to go to this team because we're not showing enough enthusiasm, or we ain't showing enough balls in the transfer market. Well, again, not like a Lord Bentner, like in ignorance, like Lord Bentner, the great Nicholas Bentner. But the key, though, I don't know. He seems to be, without being ignorant, just that. Is cocky a good word for him? He knows, isn't it? Give me the ball, put me in the right position. Do you know what I mean? And it is going to drop. I reckon if he does get his first goal in the next few weeks for Man United, they will come. If he gets his first goal in the next month for Man United, he'll score more than Mourinho this season. But he's a proper wanker. I said it 5 years ago, starting the channel. And bro, I really hope not. But mashallah, I bet we are. In 5 years, we'll still be talking about Arteta. Wondering will the board still back him for an 11th season and give him the fouissa required to make Arsenal great again. Bro, the last 2 years, we haven't been that amazing. We finished second, yes. But maybe Pep isn't as special as we all thought, because he hasn't been able to sign people that much over the last 2 years. Don't worry, that will change this summer. Man City, I've heard, will spend in excess of 300 million. Financial fair play woes are gone. Chelsea will take the piss in the summer as well. So, yeah, well, what a general piss take from my club. Fresh, where did you just pop in there? Who are you doing at? He will, though, Ros. And Man United will give him a chance. He's battling with what? Kuchland? Even Rashford had to get kicked out in order to give this boy some minutes. And he has a proper need. And, bro, because you were there on day one of that channel, Tiger, you'll know. At least I'm consistent. I said Arteta's a ball bag. I said he was a wanker. I said he was a novice learning on the job. Without blowing my own trumpet, I'm pretty sure I've been proved right. And I did say there'd be no major trophy. What was that 3-year plan? League title and fucking Champions League. It took him over 3 years to get in the fucking Champions League. And now, if this is one thing, and I'd fully back this Andrea Berti, allegedly he does not at all want Zubimendi, thinks he's a very average player and will do his best to convince him. And we are being linked today with a £75 million move for Bruno Guimaraes. But there's a kid linked with Man United. His name is, and it's gone around the rounds quite a lot in the Marc Casado, £83 million release clause. But one from Atletico Madrid himself, 21-year-old central midfielder. He might have brought this guy to the club. I'm going to have to check this one out. 21-year-old centre mid, Pablo Barrios. He is Italian, and he has been linked with Arsenal hard over the last 24 to 48 hours. Yeah, man, I'm not bad, bro. Do you know what, bros? I think England like to hype people. I think he's slightly hyped, and I think he was doing well, especially last season, within a Man United team that weren't doing great. I'm not saying he ain't a good footballer. I think he's a very good footballer, but I think he's very raw still. There's a lot of work to be done. Without disrespecting him, you may as well say describe an Adam Walton then, or, you know what I mean? Something a bit, 50-50-ish for me. Amazing Linda, living the dream. What's she doing? Oh, out of London. Yep, she's loving the life. Out in the village, the sticks. Rashford. I don't know. Let's see what Emery can do with him, innit? Because if Emery can't get a tune out of him, he's going down to Raheem Sterling. I've earned a lot of money and I don't give a fuck about football no more. Because that Raheem Sterling, I haven't said that before he kicked the ball at Arsenal. He's fallen out of love with football. You could see that during his last England camps and all that, going home, coming back. Don't give a fuck no more. It's all about getting that 328 grand a week out of Chelsea for the next 2 years. Definitely. Shouts out to Real One. Shouts out to all the WhatsApp crew. I will be with you. I'm trying to scavenge Arsenal. What's this? Yeah, I've been hearing this. It's not even the Saudis are trying to scavenge Arsenal. I'm hearing Arsenal now need to still sacrifice someone. And I'm hearing it could be Gabriel if a big bid coming from Saudi. But you know what, Martinelli, his French flaw, his whole aura hasn't been, you dickhead dog, hasn't been right at Arsenal for a little while now. I don't know what it is with Martinelli, and I absolutely love the guy. I love his work rate, but I'm going to be honest with you, he isn't scoring enough goals. He isn't getting enough assists. And he's been very, very, very hotly tipped to be sacrificed by Arsenal if we get a 65, 70 million pound offer. Now, word on road is teams in Spain like him, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. I'm hearing Nottingham Forest, Edu Gaspar and Nottingham Forest want him to spearhead their attack next year. Who's Gerda? Who's this kid? Gerda. What? Say that again, Trossard? Yeah, I was going to say, who's Gerda? Better Gerda. Gerda, sounds like the Irish police. Yeah, you know that. Where's the Gerda? Bruv, you're a bad man to everything. Where's the Garda? When someone said that to me, I was like, oh, the Garda. That's what they call the police in Ireland, WB. You'll do well at Forest. They're very direct. And that's what I mean. And I think if you ever did watch that sort of fly on the wall, that Amazon Arsenal blowjob of a documentary, the times they did show Martinelli in that documentary, he was right up Eddie's arse and vice versa. Berta. Oh, he must have read Berta. I don't know. There's a couple we've been linked again today. Andrea Barrios. He's an Italian midfielder, 21 years old, plays for Atletico Madrid. Should we see how he's got on this season? Andreas, who? Sorry, Pablo Barrios. I have to admit, don't really know much about him. I miss my bars. The bars come back here and there, but I was keeping professional. But you know, I mean, if someone upsets me, they just come back straight away. Can hit them quite quick. I got kind of good at them, you know, like yeah, you get a bit of a going for it. If someone pisses me off, like, why are you trying to piss me off? I'm the one that fucking jerked your girl off. But where was I? Pablo Barrios. Let's see what it's got to say about him. 21-year-old midfielder. Barrios, professional who plays central midfield, Wikipedia. Arsenal, summer move. Gorkers as well appears to be done for Man United. I reckon that is still a risk. I think Victor Gorkers, he scores godly amounts of goals in Portugal. This is not Portugal. If he hits the ground running and comes in and scores goals from the start at any club in the Premier League, I reckon he does well. Pushing Arsenal to sign Barrios. It is everywhere. Reports Arsenal La Liga midfielder Andrea Berta makes summer plans clear. Zubimendi is not the choice. 85 million of Barrios. I don't really know much about Barrios. Is Barrios class? Is his girlfriend really a dirty brass? Did she run up the fucking... Oh. I've heard Florian Wirtz as well, hotly tipped to sign for Man City. That's a bit annoying. And I don't know what Berta's got to do with Atletico Bilbao, but apparently we can definitely get Nico Williams now. And that, bros, again, reggae. Again, bro, people do madness in Portugal and they can come to the Premier League and not look so good. A guy who has signed from Portugal, from the same team that Ruben Amorim come from, is that Quenda, and he did look levels at little midfielder, and I think Amorim is pissed off Man United and back him for him. Bro, I'll be honest with you, I've only seen him twice, and that was Champions League football, and that was when I realised we were being linked with him since we've been linked with Andrea Berti, we've been linked with him and another kid, Marc Casado of Barcelona, who hasn't been getting in their team, but has an £83 million release clause. Again, word on road is Barcelona need money. Who else though has got any thoughts? Tiger King Prawn, comment of the evening regarding Aiden Haven. Arsenal should have had a perfect, because again, our left back, Calafiore, we've got loads of left backs, but we're going to sell them. Zinni, Tioni's gone, Zinni will go. Kiwior can play there. Don't really think Kiwior's a flavour. Tommy Yasu's now a myth. Ain't seen him in ages. we really could have done with keeping Aiden Haven. I don't think them. What's his name? Milan Caracas, whatever, the Albanian central defender, and anyone else coming through that academy is looking as good. We signed a centre back from Wolves about a year ago. Like, what's his fucking deal? I really hope that ain't true, man. I hope that isn't true. Daniel here, German correspondent. What do you think of I was going to say Bospolar, of Omar Mamouche? I think he's I don't want to say taking the Premier League by storm, but Man City haven't been exceptional and he's looked all right. I really hope it ain't. Let's get Isaac in. Bro, that is the one. But now Newcastle, with winning a trophy as well, bit of extra revenue, talk of a new stadium. It's not going to be an easy deal. And I can see something horrible like Liverpool or Chelsea going in for him. Liverpool have to back this geezer in the summer, this Arnie Slot, especially if he wins them the title. Imagine what you could have got, as a striker if Arteta didn't blow his load on Havertz and 6 left backs. Exactly. Well, I like Calafiori, but £42 million, and it had to be cash money up front. Because remember, 22 mil went to the club that the Italians nicked him back off of. And you don't actually start him there very often. You play Skelly more often at left back. So it makes me wonder why it was necessary. You already had Zinchenko. You already had Tierney. You already had Kiwior, you played there last year. See, I know Diaz has been linked to Barcelona. I know you like him. But how can this be true? I'm here in Barcelona. I've got to get people like Ansu Fati out of the team. They can't afford to give him a new deal. But then if we've got 105 million to spend on Declan Rice, and I think Declan Rice is a massively vital part of what Arsenal needs to do. He's more in tune than, say, what we had at the time, Xhaka, Partey. Even though Partey, for me, has had a very productive season. But Arsenal look to have no money again, bros. Exactly. He's a fucking snake. And again, the money we spent at Man City wasn't the greatest. I don't believe Pep Guardiola was helping out his friend Arteta and trying to make Arsenal better. 32.5 mil, we got knocked. No one else is going to pay that money. Like, no one else will do that. Like, wait until the end of the season. What are we going to get? What are we going to get for Zinni? 10 mil? Because it's his last year of his contract, as far as I'm aware. He's down to his last 12 months. We won't get that much. What are we going to get for Kiwior? 10 million at the very most. We spent 22 on him. We spent 21 mil on Tommy. Fuck me. What are we going to get for him? 7, 8. My biggest problem with Arteta is, which I said 5 years ago, bruvs, or 4 years ago, maybe, whenever it was, is this mad mistakes. Lokonga, he had to buy for 17 mil. We're struggling now to get 10 mil back off anyone in Spain and he's on loan. Vieira, a 35 million investment. He's looking okay again in Portugal. Portugal is not the Premier League. Vieira, again, without being disrespectful for him, always looked a bit small and lightweight for the Premier League. Like, was he really worth 35 mil? Ben White, decent signing, 50 mil. Do you know what I mean? A load of goalkeepers. After you had sold the best keeper in the world for 17 mil, you then want to buy Ramsdale for 28. Ramsdale ain't good enough. Sell him just for 16 to Southampton. What about the lost millions there? What do you mean 5? He's got 5 goals in 7 games. And yeah, I think the last few weeks he's looked all right. I did see he had 2 in 2 the other day. I don't know about 5 in 7, but yeah. I know he didn't start this season back in Porto. He had some injury concerns. Which I thought to myself, here we go. Anthony what? Man United, sorry? Who's Anthony? Again, that was a terrible signing, but that day you have to hold Eric, if you're talking about Anthony, Eric Ten Hag at Man United, you have to hold Ten Hag personally responsible. This guy wanted to get rid of Jadon Sancho, who cost Man United millions, for the sake of his £80 million fucking Brazilian boy from the Eredivisie, Holland. Okay. Not sure about again. Not sure. I'm sure most Arsenal fans would know about it because it'll be like the king. We're going to bring him back in the summer. We're going to have a bigger hard on than ever. 35 million investment, bros. What I'm saying is, bros, he could get another fucking 8 in the next fucking 8. Porto was still not going to give us 35 mil. They're not going to give us the money we gave them for him. He's back at the same team on loan. No, didn't we buy him from Porto? Bad signing. I mean, you could do this with a lot of Arteta signings. You know what I mean? Ten Hag wanted 10-year contract before he left. No, it wasn't that. He said when he come to England, he said he thought he would be there for the long term. He thought it was the dream come true. He wouldn't be just in and out at Man United like everyone else. He'll be there for the long haul, you know? Like a Wenger, a Ferguson, a good 10, 20 years. He thought he was going to be there for years and years. Arsenal fans don't have to worry about that. We've got that. We just want a yes man. And again, back to Andrea Berti, that's my main concern for him. Is the prick a yes man? Jorginho, gone to Brazil. Should we give Thomas Partey a 1-year deal? Considering I don't really like Mourinho. I don't want Zubimendi. Exactly. At the end of the day, he's going to go down as one of the Premier League's most successful ever managers because he had 2 years here and he won 2 trophies. Arteta could have 8 years here. It's probably going to say he's got 1 trophy. Again, I don't know, bros. Man United does seem to be a very difficult job, like Ruben Amore. Everything he touched at Sporting Lisbon was going brilliant, is great guns. Gorka couldn't get enough goals for him. At Man United, something is up. There is something within the chemistry. They have had a fucked up injury record, though. Exactly. United is a madness. That's why you can't really blame people for not doing well at Chelsea. People dig me out because obviously, very famously, I wanted Mikhailo Mudryk at Arsenal. I still believe he would have been more productive than what we signed that January. Trossard, Jorginho, and what? Was it Kiwior, Tommy? It didn't make us win the league. It could have been so different for him at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea ruined De Bruyne. Chelsea had Salah and fucked him off. And then he come back to the Premier League and is one of the best players in the world. Chelsea fucked up Shevchenko, wasn't he a great player? Chelsea fucked up Torres, Fernando Torres. Everything he touched was goals. Certain clubs are jinxes and certain teams are just hard to work with. I don't know. Arteta is the guy before the guy. Arteta is just, for me, he's a number 2, mate. He's probably good as a number 2, probably good tactically behind the scenes, but as a number 1 in the control of a club. And it's almost like the Kroenkes are trying to do what we've done with Wenger. And I thought we never wanted a one-man situation where one guy has the control of the whole club from top to bottom. And it seems like we're doing that again because he's now not just the coach, remember? He's the manager. Linda, don't you dare go. Tiger's here. But I want to get in some news. Bruno Gomes, linked with Arsenal Man City over the last few months. Apparently, if Andrea Berti comes to Arsenal, he wants Bruno Gomes. I don't know why he feels he can get him. Martinelli would be allowed to leave Arsenal this summer. Fears over his long-term fitness, but more, I think, down to his form. Forest, Gibbs White has been linked with Arsenal and Tottenham. That's Morgan Gibbs White. PSG are looking to sell young French winger Desiree Douy. Allegedly, bad attitude has been touted around there. Aiden Haven, what's your thoughts on him before the great Tiger King Braun took that away from me? Man United feel they have sealed an £80 million deal for Victor Gyökeres this summer. Andrea Berta, what is your thoughts on him? £21 million, 21-year-old, Atletico central midfielder Pablo Barrios, Italian, has been linked with Arsenal. Barcelona central midfielder Marc Caicedo, breakthrough man, £83 million release clause, also linked with Arsenal. Atletico want to steal Sambi Lokonga from his, where is he on loan? Real Sociedad, and are willing to pay Arsenal £10 million. Thomas Partey is open to staying at Arsenal, but has offers from Barcelona and Atletico Madrid to return back to Spain on a free transfer. Gabriel, interest from Saudi Arabia. Huge wages, huge bid. And Moises Kean, having a very good season at Fiorentina, allegedly has a £42 million release clause. And he also publicly said recently, He has unfinished business in the Premier League and blames Everton for his fuck-ups there and not him. Eriksen. I believe this is my last year at Man United. Christian Eriksen, where could he turn up? I'm sure he's a good footballer somewhere. Who's this? Trent Alexander. I reckon he's out at Liverpool. Liverpool left him out of the League Cup final squad. Real Madrid won Dean Hudson. This is, of course, the Bournemouth centre-back. There's rumours he's got like a 30-35 million release clause. Man City and Chelsea. Man United and Chelsea. Rafinha. Virgil van Dijk is unhappy at no concrete Liverpool contract talks. Liverpool and Chelsea will battle it out for Mark Gay at the end of the season. Liverpool are linked with a lot of central defenders over the last few days. Quenda has joined Chelsea from Sporting Lisbon. Joe Bellingham wants to be big like his brother. I want to get big like my brother. And the Premier League move this summer. Paqueta is facing a lifetime ban. The FA want him to have a lifetime ban. And Harry Kane, as I've mentioned before, £67 million release clause. Arsenal fans, would you take Harry Kane to Arsenal? Do you think Harry Kane is the kind of striker that comes to Arsenal, gets 30, 35 goals, or say 70 goals in 2 years and wins us the league? Where are you going as well, woman? Chat a bit more next time. Closing pocket building, for sure. Hopefully Tiger's back now. Stay now. Tiger, are you back for fucking good? That Paqueta, though, it does look a little bit bait. A couple of his yellow cards looked normalish, but then towards the end of the season, a couple of them just... Fucking hell, excuse me, people. A couple of them do look very, very, very bait towards the end of the season, you have to say. There is a couple that are like, ooh. Excuse fucking me, people. The chills. I'm not hating. Got the fucking chills. But Tiger's back. Vicky says she's going. Claus isn't building. The Northern contingent is here. Before we go, thoughts. Aiden Haven at Man United. I really hope Aiden Haven isn't fucking injured all the way till next season. Andrea Berti, the new CEO. I thought he was still working at Athletic. Why is he not there? Why is he out of a job? Maybe Arsenal thought, yeah, good. No compensation to anyone. 7 of us here, guys. What is your thoughts? Please get involved in the chat. Liverpool, could they lose all 3 of them? Van Dijk, fucking Trent, and fucking Salah. Salah says publicly, no contract is agreed. Van Dijk says, if anyone says a contract is closed, they're lying directly to your face. Real Madrid appear they have gone off William Saliba, thank fucking God, and will go for the cheaper option in Bournemouth centre-back, Dane Hudson. Bournemouth, they could be in trouble in the summer. Not trouble, but they could have a couple of players people on a link. They've been linked with the Liverpool goalkeeper, Carragher, as well. That would be a smart signing. Kepa ain't that brilliant. Do you get the comments in, people? Let me get a tissue for that Uber. It started driving me mad. But Nick, little birthday, there's the doing, guys. What happened to him PSG? I thought you were settled nicely in the prison of PSG in France. All the shine on PSG this season for me has been with Moussa Dembele. And I think João Neves has been very productive as well all season for PSG Eindhoven. Let me get back to the WhatsApp crew. What's all of this? No, James is having bets. We'll get back to you. Guys, if you've seen them in the first leg, bros, I thought they were incredible. Like, to come out with that on their score, PSG 0, Liverpool 1, they must have thought, fuck you. I think that probably inspired them to come to Anfield and probably really work hard for themselves because they pissed on Liverpool. I've never seen a goalkeeper play so well. Like, Anderson really is the best keeper in the world, isn't it? Like, he really is shit hot. Bro, out of 10 saves, honestly, 2 or 3 just weren't normal saves. They weren't the sort of saves that normal keepers make. And yeah, that's a good manager. When people always say to me, oh, Dan, you don't like Arteta. So go on then, you little bastard. Who would you want? Enrique, maybe. That is a good name to throw into the hat. I think someone that would look for a project. How much can he do in PSG? We know the target. You have to win the French league every year, and they want an impression in Europe. And yeah, a few less Galacticos, and a few more from the academy. That Zenre, Emre, Bettina, Klaas, Barcola. Like, where have they all just turned up from? This is when you miss Arsene Wenger, bros. You miss Arsene Wenger badly. He used to nick these players from France. They're Nicolas Anelkas. But I'll tell you, I never even won a fucking cap for his country. Normal footballer, normal manager. And after the Kronkers finally get pissed off with him and find him out, and which we know with the Kronkers, what pissed them off with Wenger, let's be honest. After how many years? After taking them to that stadium, after Wenger having to scrimp and scrape, not have a transfer budget some years. What pissed them off with Wenger is when he didn't get Champions League football. It is most definitely like some players when they come over from France think, oh, a little bit like where are they going to be the one? But and then you get the scary ones like Nicolas Pepe. But Nicolas Pepe was down to our own due diligence. If you've been watching me and we signed Nicolas Pepe, bruv, I'm not going to say I was against the signing. 72 mil, I was excited. But yeah, when you look back on his career, he literally had one good season in France. If you look 2 years before he signed for Arsenal, he was on loan in the French second division. Yeah. That's why I think Dewey has probably been, it's not a Dewey problem. Maybe Dewey, I don't know if there's an attitude problem or something behind the scenes, but with so much going forward talent like Dembele is a winger doing well, Barcola, Vitina, you can't play them all. You can't have a position for everyone, especially when you're all attack minded. That's why I think Neves, Howe Neves, like we've wanted a central midfielder for how long? And someone to complement Declan Rice. I think Neves at 58 mil would have been brilliant. And again, if it had been just a mistake or Arsenal's bad, Nicolas Pepe probably would have went on to get a bit of redemption and redeem his career. But yeah, I think Pepe was a bit of a one of them guys. Who did he play for? Was it Leon? Lille. Where did we get him from? Leon. I can't remember. He had one amazing season, one very productive season. What was it like? 19 goals, about 10, 12 assists, and yeah. But that was that thieving bastard. What was that Spanish dude? He was there. He got us knocked. Because we paid more like 80, 90 mil for Pepe, bros, but that was with his tax. Because we got it on tick, remember? 18 mil up front. And for Pepe at the time, 18 mil probably looked good. Because Palace wanted 70 mil for Zaha, or 80 mil, or 90 mil, but all up front. Emre's famous words. You know what I mean? I wanted Zaha, I got this one. I wanted Fabinho, I got Terrea. I wanted Maguire, I got Soccer, that guy. But it is almost time to break out. 43 minutes down. Carragher, would he be a good backup? Would he be a good number one goalkeeper for Bournemouth? I think he's very productive. And good evening. I think he's done amazing at Villa, bros. When was the last time in our lifetimes, bro, have we seen Villa in the top four in Champions League football? They lost people like Douglas Luiz. He even had to sell one of the wingers he brought to the club, Moussa Diaby, because of financial fair play. Some of the teams in the Midlands, remember, they can't charge that 100 quid. Like, look at Fulham. To get into their new stand, it's like 103 quid. I don't want to watch Fulham for over £100. Do you? That new stand on the river, over 100 quid, I've been told, for the cheapest ticket, £103. I don't think Villa, Newcastle's, Everton's, maybe the Man U's and Liverpool's can actually get away with that. The Man United fans are going mad. They've been asked for £2.50 per game on their season tickets. All right, 250 times 19. What does it work out? It's not that extravagant, Man United fans. And if you're going to get a 100,000 seater fucking beautiful, one of the best stadiums ever in the world, do you know what I mean? Well, fuck you lot. And the Kronkers, they've built such amazing stadiums in America. I do feel shortchanged by the Emirates now. I feel like 60,000 isn't enough for us. even the fucking Totty and Everton and every other bastards will have bigger stadium. In 5 years' time, the Emirates will look like one of the smaller fucking stadiums in the Premier League. I'm pretty certain and sure of it. But Tiger, Prawn, King, you are the man of the match. Wonderful to have you back. I hope you're all good. I hope you stay with us. I have to pull out some bars for you, bars. If you're going to stay with us and be back tomorrow, I have to pull out them bars. Barcelona, very interesting. Carlo Ancelotti, he's an interview the other day in Spain. I thought I'm here to win the titles, the Premier League and the Spanish League. I haven't got time to grow up the players. Talking very famous about Arda Güler. As much as I rate him back and think he's world class, like, should he have went from Fenerbahce directly to Madrid at fucking 17, 18? It was always going to be difficult for him. But guys, what is your final thoughts? Let's have a Springer final four. For me, it's international break. Quickly getting on to international break. How long does this last? Fuck me. Sky fixtures. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Thursday. So the international start on Thursday, I think, guys. Hold on. Rafinha is going from playing Barnsley in the Champions League to Ballon d'Or. I know, bruv. It's weird, isn't it? He was in the fucking Championship with Leeds. Looked okay in the Premier League, but I was never totally fucking sold by him. Barcelona have been trying to get rid of him ever since he joined, but man, he is having a wonderful season. But I wouldn't lay all my eggs on him. Dembele, for PSG, I've always loved him. A winger that never quite fulfilled that. What Barcelona spent £137 million potential them years ago. After every international, Arsenal breaks the tempo and drops more points. Yeah, and again, someone big will come back injured. You know what I mean? Thank fuck Saka couldn't even go. Final thoughts: Arteta bangs Legos. Arteta sucks donkey dick. That'll be me, you, and the wonderful Hussein Juma. That, yeah, we know, bro. And again, that one trophy. And remember, he came into that FA Cup around the quarter-final, done his best to lose to Sheffield United. And the two players that I believe literally single-handedly won in the FA Cup, Aubameyang with amazing performances from the left wing in that position, and Emi Martinez in goal. And what did he do to thank them? Fucked them both out of the club. But again, as Wenger said, which obviously pissed off a lot of fans, top four is a trophy. This is the new requirement. I don't know why. But people that really cared. Wenger cared, but I mean, David Dein loved the club. And if Wenger had said, I need this guy, I believe David Dein would have went to them heights. What happened? The board somehow got Dean out. As I know the story, David Dein wanted Arsenal to invest, probably of the Russians, Usmanov and that. Do you know what I mean? Would have probably took Abramovich's money. Maybe on hindsight, it wouldn't have been great. But he knew football is evolving. He knew we needed a bigger stadium. We'd outgrown Highbury. And it was things like that. And then suddenly, during the project, David Dein went. And then people like Gazildes come in. Americans that are like supermarket fucking owners, done well making Tesco's fucking great again, or KFC sell more chicken to fat kids. I don't know what his claim to fame was, but I'm sure it was more business-wise like that, rather than him being a fucking great sportsman and being in tune with the great game that is called football. So fuck all these guys that run supermarkets and Barclays Bank Manager of the Year, and then they get a CEO at a football club. I find it ever so fuck yourselfish. You literally may as well give me the job. I could scout a player from a mile away. I'm not a blowjob like these cunts. They don't know football if it slapped them right in their arseholes. Seriously, half of them. Big up, Danny. Arsenal fans, good. Sold the dream like the Hammers fans were. Sold the same. We moved to London Stadium. But yes, haven't you got... where are they from? There's other owners waiting to take over. Obviously, one of them dudes died, them brothers. Not being rude to them. Them little old Cockney gangsters. One of them's gone, and I think the other one's ready to sell up. And apparently you've got some fucking two, they're not Russian, where are they from? European boys ready to take over your club. And apparently because the tools are in place and you did nick that London Stadium, like the rates that you pay for the London Stadium, honestly, are laughable. Considering what teams had to pay, like Arsenal had to pay billions to get into the Emirates, Everton had to break their ball bags up in Scousland to move over to the fucking Mersey shores or the docks of the Merseyside. With that stadium kind of going, well, to fucking no use after London Stadium, probably not after the Olympics, sorry, probably got knocked down and turned into a posh estate. I don't know, like, what they were ever going to do with that stadium. So West Ham, like, yeah, you got a right touch. Yeah, you had to move out of fucking East and out of the fucking bowling ground and all that nostalgia and all that East London bollocks. But you know what? What was the alternative? Spent 500 million on a fucking brand new state of the art stadium. I believe West Ham got a touch, and it was a stepping stone to obviously being able to win their first European. When was the last time you ever see West Ham win a European trophy? Don't sack David Moyes. Careful what you wish for, West Ham. But yeah, sold a dream, and we were sold a dream. The revenue will go up. This will be great, but and a good point. Early doors football. Just 18 years after all them dreams and telling us the dream, it suddenly looks like everyone's going to have a bigger stadium than us. Everton will have a bigger stadium than us. Tottenham have. Newcastle, dog, will soon as well. Everyone will, you know what I mean? Football is evolving. So if these cronkers are so smart, and what Arsenal were brave in, Arsenal were brave. We were literally the first club, like not even Wembley had fucking changed hands and moved over from old Wembley with their little fucking whatever in the sky to new Wembley. We were the first Premier League team that took the jump, said, fuck it, we're leaving home and we're gone. Didn't the other Premier League team do that? I think we were literally the first, no? And it was very brave. And I believe a lot of Premier League teams obviously sat back, looked at what we've done for 60,000, lovely stadium, all that space. Fans are comfortable. Rejuvenated that side of fucking Islam, blah, blah, blah. But have we already outgrown it? And these cronkers, Stan Kroenke, these bastards have made multi-billion pound stadiums in the US. Like, could they have not? We're shortchanged anyway. As Arsenal fans, we're fucking shortchanged. 100%. Excuse me. You know, I can feel that sneeze building up. But we were shortchanged very badly. And thank you so much earlier. I'm going to have to get you on. When's Arsenal playing West Ham? Let's get you on the channel, brother. Arteta's only trophy was done by Emery's team. Then he convinced the clowns and the weak fans to trust him on a process that has lasted over 5 years. Yeah, mate. Arne Slot hasn't even been here 1 year. He's going to win a Premier League title. With a team that was looking, let's be honest, it would almost, like, as Boyz II Men would say, till the end of the road. Like, Klopp really did look like he'd come to the end of the road. They didn't get better than them. They'd lost out on Saicedo to Chelsea, and Klopp sort of thought, fuck this, I'm out. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool were like, at the end of the road. And then Arnie come in and no signings. Please don't say Federico Di Chiesa, porco Dio. And the rest is history. Remember when Spurs tried to move to London Stadium? Yeah, they could just spot a fucking bargain out from a fucking. What's the Jaegers on? Lee, I'm live, darling. Get on the live rather than call. Gone. Yeah, it's still going. I'm going to get off in a minute, but we're still going. We're still up and running. All right, cool. I'll hang on as long as I can, Lee. Go on. But I love you, brother. Just having a talk with the early doors football and Tiger King Prawn is in the place. But love you, Lee. Love you, Lee. Speak to you in a minute. Lee Akers is jumping in, my people. I would thank Levy and the Spuds for getting it on the cheap. Yeah, we had to buy it, but Levy and home through their toys out of their prime. Okay, so what happened? Hold on. Let's thank Levy. Okay, what I heard was you're renting it, and it's only you have to get. I heard it from a West Ham fan, and he is Adam Cash, big West Ham fan, but maybe he's wrong, or maybe this is at the start. I heard like you had it on some rental agreement, and you only had to give them like 7% of your profit, or some bollocks like that, and that was to the council, all sorts. Who runs Stratford, whatever, that side of the world's council. But maybe you're right. Exactly, Tiger. That's because Levy was peed at Haringey Council, not giving him what he wanted. Okay, yes, Levy wanted some big grant, and yeah, but he did get a lot of Haringey Council, as far as I remember, because he said we're going to make this many jobs, we're going to put this in Tottenham, we're going to put that, we're going to put shops. There's going to be fucking opportunities all around this shithole. And Tiger, he kind of has, because I agree. Klopp wanted to carry on competing at the very top, Premier League and Champions League. And I think KFC, or whatever you want to call them, the Liverpool owners, they were kind of shortchanging him very slightly. He did want Bellingham. It did seem like a foregone conclusion to what people were telling me. Bellingham was pretty much signed, sealed. What are you doing, dog? Signed, sealed, and delivered to go to Liverpool. Suddenly, Liverpool made this announcement they couldn't put all their eggs financially and all that money into one player. The rest was clearly history. I keep sneezing now, or wanting to sneeze. Guys, before we go though, early doors football. Who's going to grab Harry Kane? Who's bringing Harry Kane back to the Premier League? Do you think Levy would bring him back? £67 million release clause. Will it be hustled? Will a team come in and say 55? Will Harry Kane force his way through? Would Man United come in? I think they're going to get Victor Gyökeres. He's at a funny age, Harry Kane, but he's never been the fastest. He ain't the most intelligent, or talking-wise. But what does he do? Whether it's in England, Germany, or international level, the bastard scores fucking goals. And right now, Arsenal haven't got a fuckhead. Like, I don't trust him. Sterling, that number 23, Mourinho, they can all fuck off. None of them are worth a fucking wank. We need a number 9, but a decent number 9. And I fear Benjamin Sesko is coming in. Sesko is a good footballer. He's not going to be a clinical 9 in the Premier League. Do you know what? This is my name. But again, financially, it has to be right for Arsenal. I don't think Kane would be greedy. Kane will come back with two things in mind. Obviously, maybe winning a trophy in England, but breaking that Premier League record, innit? He wants to be the all-time, innit, Premier League top scorer. He ain't that far. What is he, like 50, 60 goals? How far is he away? The reason why I'm guessing 50, 60, I thought, yeah, that's 2 seasons' work. That's light work for Harry Kane. That's 2 seasons. So he then go to Germany at the worst time, knowing if he got back to England at the right time, he can still break the record at a decent club within 2 seasons. But yeah, Spurs, I reckon, would go back in for him. Man United, I don't know, man. Man United, with all these cross-cutting and all this bollocks and building a new stadium, I'm not so sure no more if they'll go in for a 31-year-old. Yeah. Like, let's have it right. If you wanted to win trophies, they left fucking Tottenham years ago. Ha, 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 ha. But on a real note, thank you for coming in. Early doors football. What is your thoughts for West Ham as well? After the fuck up, like, obviously, you're another club, not exactly blessed with strikers. Mikel Antonio will obviously leave in the summer. Like, a bit out of order what happened there. Not having him as an option, because I thought, I do watch West Ham. And that little prick, what's his name? Locatelli. He spent a lot of money in the summer, you know. And your board ain't that bad. Like, what was it like? I think if you, with the loans and everything, it's about 150 mil spent of last summer. And then you got to bring in Harry Potter, the cunt. I mean, I know he ain't Harry Potter, but that Graham dickhead Potter, I'm not so sure of him. Cunt looks shit, comes to Arsenal, gets a result. What a cunt. Typical. But again, the basis is there. You've got a good team. But I think there's been a few fuck ups. Paqueta Kudo's brilliant. What do you think is going to happen with Paqueta as well? Like lifetime bans, that would be harsh, but for the FA to be asking for a lifetime ban, it looks like, I'm sorry to say, West Ham fans on early doors football, he could be guilty. But a lifetime ban would be harsh. Like, I don't know, people, surely you've done worse out there. I don't know. It ain't fixing football. All right, you're. All right, it was a bit bad. Giving the effects of Lobby Potter. Yeah, bros. Now, who did he sign again? I thought that Kilman, all right, that might have been 40 mil, a little bit too much, but normal English defender, and he like a Lewis Dunk, like he's all right. He was all right at Wolves. That other centre half from France coming, but that was a loan. But I think you have to make that permanent. True, but hold on, we're still thinking effects of Lockie Potter. We'll have to see what he does in the summer window to judge him. But then it's an ever expensive fucking window for poor old Hammers. There you go. One man. Quite often match fixing. What? It's not match fixing. It's the betting thing. No, sorry. What? From what I've seen of this thing, bros, or what I've heard, it sounds nuts. And forgive me if I'm wrong. Is there a town or a city or a place in Brazil called Paqueta? And I know that is his name, Lucas Paqueta, but I've heard there's a place in Brazil called Paqueta. And in this town called Paqueta, or city, whatever it is, called Paqueta, 3 different motherfuckers in 3 different places had bets on the exact number of yellow cards that this cunt Paqueta was going to receive in the Premier League. So if I am wrong on this, let me know. I've heard, and again, it's the last few bookings they're looking at. The manipulation, like so, I think one of them he grabs the ball and just he has £34 million. That's a bargain, and there's a lot of teams I think would give you 80 million for that geezer. 80, 90 million. You're going to double up on that cunt if you sold him. Oh, see, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that. See, there you go. Thank you so much. Very randomly, Mr. Anthony. So, as I understand it, there is a place, a town or a city, there is a place called Paqueta in Brazil. And 3 or 4 separate motherfuckers went into 3 or 4, obviously separate fucking betting establishments, and all had identical bets for as much. They probably put their house, they probably drove their car. Blah, blah, blah. I'll have my house, my car. There's my fucking daughter, actually. There's my fucking wife's other as well. The job's a good one. He's going to get 9 Premier League bookings, 9 yellow cards within a Premier League season. Like, I've heard of bet builders from William Hill and Ladbrokes, but that there is a fucking funny bet to come. And that's like me saying, I don't know what that's like me saying. Is that a fact? 85 mil. See, I'd be careful. Because some fucker, a Liverpool, a Man City, some fucker will release that. Because Man City wanted Paqueta. Pep Guardiola had definitely seen enough in Lucas Paqueta to definitely want to fucking activate that. Because he was another one. You should have Paqueta because Paqueta had an 85 million release clause as well. What do? Whip out every cunt on 85 million release clauses. Anthony Herbert, please get a like on the video and do be subscribing as you is new, my brother. See, I'm not sure. All right, maybe I don't know all of the details. I heard it was meant to be a place in Brazil called Paqueta, and large bets started coming in this particular place called Paqueta, on Paqueta, having, I think, like 9 fucking Premier League bookings. Lee goes, whoa. You've missed Tiger King Prawn. He was back tonight. He come back after 3-4 years to say, Dan, you were right. Arteta's a cunt. And you was always right. He's a blowjob. And he's a big perverted bastard. Right. The last summer window, clubs had until the 1st of July to back in. Hold on. The last summer window, clubs had until the 1st of July to back in. to nab him. No clubs come forward. Yeah, obviously, because I think this betting thing had come out. Because Man City would have been pissed if they signed him and they realised he could get a lifetime ban. From the river to the sea, bro. Yo, excuse me. Nah. Oh, King Tiger Prawn, yeah, in a Chelsea mug. He's a gooner, bros. Big up the real ones. Are you both Amazon brothers? Ah, man. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. I don't know something. Where is he? Adam who? Adam Allah. Who? What's up, Lee? Kudos is a big footballer. Go on. All right, go on, quickly. Missed? What have we missed? Sorry, Lee was calling me. I know, innit? Tell me about it. Yo, what have I missed? Just general chat, bros. Yo, Lee Akers. No, we're getting Bowen early doors. Who's getting Bowen? Who are you? You're an Hammer as well, don't you? Oh, Danny. Oh, did I? Who? Barry? Bazar from EastEnders. I don't know. But yeah, you, my brother, bigging up to the chat. I'm Arsenal. So go on then. Mr. Herbert. Like the famous and the great Herbert Chapman. Round up Arteta's 5 years. What do you think is going to happen? Let's do short term. Between now and the summer, and then from the summer, just on till say next January. Where are Arsenal going to be? Go on, and go. I'll give you like, subscribe, my brother. We need more. We need more new gooners in the fucking building. I will have a West Ham fan here. Bigging up West Ham. I'm gonna do it anyway. Hold on, what have I missed there? Big up there, Tiger. Uta B, yeah. Going up. Come on, guys. 5 minutes left. What is your thoughts? What is the best way for Arsenal to go forward next season? Because if it is Sesko Zubimendi, for me it sounds boring. That Juan Garcia with his £25 million release clause, I swear he's a Spanuel's fucking number 2 keeper. He can fuck right off as well. I know, bruvs. And Eddie done it on a lot less budget at Newcastle, bruvs. I believe Eddie, as he has said, I've wanted more at Newcastle. Like 1 or 2 early door mistakes. People see Newcastle come in for, yes, they had Saudi money. It's time to fucking charge them for 10 mil. And it hasn't worked out for Newcastle. You can't just do that. You can't be, as they say, what is it? Self-sufficient. And self-sustaining if you're to be doing such fuckeries. Arsenal do all right, as in the sale of merch, season tickets, sponsorship deals. Where we fuck up terribly is we've given our tech quite a lot of money. And again, we're never going to see the money back. Tommy Yasu, Jacob Kiwor, Fabio de Blowjob Vieira. I have massive problems in that. Like, if you add up like Tommy's and Keywards, Vieiras, and this is like with letting Kido Obi Martins go. Aiden Haven, all right, I know he has got an unfortunate injury, but he looked so good at Man United the other day. Like, I don't think we're actually blessed if centre halves. God forbid and touch wood, if Saliba or Gabriel got injured, like, who is the most natural partner to come in? Who is it? What, Kiwo? Fuck off. We ain't really got centre backs. Why do we let Aiden Haven leave? Arteta's a wanker. A Paella eating cunt, and he should never have let Aiden Haven go. 18 years old, he can read the game well as well. I can see that with 1 or 2 games at Man United. Go on then, my son. You ain't like that. He loves you, Lee. Never wanted Arteta. Exactly. Him. He got us far as he can. Our new director, Bertie, don't stand no messing about. If Arteta doesn't win the Premier League, he'll be gone next season. Well, I really hope so. I can't tell you, and I do know world football, but Andrea Berti, I don't know. He was the guy, I do believe, that spent like £107 million on Chloe Felix and got a blowjob back from Barca. And it's probably not him. That was more of a Simeone problem with Chloe Felix. I don't know his record inside out. All I don't want him to be is what we've got at the club. Very nice. A yes man. Mertesacker, he wouldn't say nothing bad about the club. Anyone or any ex-player that works for a club like a Steve Morrow, they're just nice guys. Like, you know, they don't say nothing bad. As long as he puts pressure on Arteta to win trophies, if he delivers the players Arteta needs and he still sees no trophies, then yeah, well, I hope you're right. But Eddie didn't leave for no reason. I believe Arteta was getting more and more control of the club, and Arteta thought, fuck this, I'm out. Me and see? Told you, Lee. Fucking paranoid, son. The boys love you, son. Fucker, Lee. Fucking love it. I think he's a brilliant player, bros. Really good left back, left-footed central defender. I believe we needed a good fucking English defender coming through the ranks, and Aiden would have been brilliant. I don't think we're that blessed. As many defenders and left backs and fullbacks as this cunt wants to buy, if Saliba or Gabriel got that injured, our defence wouldn't actually look that good. Who comes in tomorrow? Kiwa, I think, is the only fit one as it happens. So yeah, really bad business. I think a tribunal might give us a £1 million for Aiden Haven. They can fuck that £1,000,000 up their ass. But he's a brilliant defender. Like that, the injury he got as well. I know a lot of Arsenal fans secretly will be pissing themselves, but very unfortunate. Brother, nice one, brother. Bros, if you're doing West Ham streams, you have to fucking send me a link, bros. Get me on there, bros. I'll jump in that chat live and that shit right up. Go on, you happy hammers! Got a little soft spot for West Ham. Newcastle's another team, as everyone knows on my stream. I've got a little soft spot for. Looks good, but injured long term. I hope he ain't. Yeah, see, I've heard 2 different stories. Like, if you listen to WB, he's gone for the fucking like the next 3.5 years. But then I've heard he's already looking good and he's on the mend. Nah, it's not good. Bro, again, I'm going to sneeze again. Ooh. That's rotten. In fact, I was bang on it. Again, bro, I don't think fucking Kido Obi Martins or Aiden Haven said, I want 95 grand a week to stay here. I think both of them just, got offered something from Man United, and in response, because as people keep saying, Obi agreed to stay at Arsenal. And I think Man United come and said, we'll give you a Premier League debut this season, as Arsenal guaranteed that. And already he has had a Premier League debut. But there is a lot of talk now. I'm hearing like a sacrifice, and we'll talk about a sacrificial lamb. A sacrifice could be made in order for transfer funds. I think the Kroenkers slyly could be done, given this geezer 130 mil a season. And there's 2 things I'm hearing: either Saudi and an £85 million bid for Gabriel, or we would accept 65 million for Martinelli. Now, in one hand, I don't mind selling Martinelli. He doesn't score enough or assist enough. But if Martinelli left, what the fuck would we have? You don't seem to like Anwari that much because, well, he doesn't get in the team ahead of Mourinho. Mourinho's talentless. Talentless, I say. Martinelli, Forest, Edu. I don't know. There really could be something in that for me. Saliba's been a good lad. He's already saying, like, I've always wanted to play for Arsenal, supported him as a kid. You know, not just the old, like, for nostalgia. I actually had an Arsenal kit. I loved Wenger. I loved Henry. I loved Arsenal when I was a kid. Yeah. I reckon Nottingham Forest are going to go for him. He loves Edu and Edu loves him. They're ultra close. Martinelli's got a fruity side. I'm sure he's a little bit rainbow laced out. I believe that as well. I think he would have been perfect to come in if either one of Gabriel or Saliba had unfortunately took a little knock. Both been terrible. As long as they don't fuck with me. They're cunts. Soft spot for Millwall. Fair enough. Did Nutty go West Ham? Who's Nutty? Winterburn. Who's Nutty? He had one scream this season. Who? Nigel Winterburn. Nutty. Nigel Winterburn. Where do we get him from? Wimbledon. Why do French kids love Arsenal? Is it Wenger or the French players that done it? A bit of both. I don't think they grew up loving Anelka at Arsenal because Anelka was in it now. So yeah, it would have been a little bit of Vieira, quite a lot of Thierry Henry. But I do believe a catalyst of a lot of it was Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger was the shit. The catalyst. People, I was listening to Michael Owen documentary today, slightly off topic, but he was like, Arsenal were levels ahead of us. Suddenly it was like their players could run more than ours. They seemed bigger and stronger than ours. And this was all because Wenger come in. And it was like we're being left behind football-wise. And what was that fucking geezer that come in? The French one at Liverpool. And they've done well. It was like when he come in, he started adapting these Wenger philosophies and dietary needs. And you must link up before you eat on match days. And chefs wanting to prepare the foods, no salt, no this, no ketchup, you know what I mean? But I'd say Wenger had a massive. Henry, but Wenger had a massive respecting France bros. Everyone in France at one point or another wanted Wenger to run and win the World Cup with the French national team. Yeah. Meze. System player. No, Meze isn't a system player. He doesn't work to everyone's system, so definitely not. Again, not everyone loved Ozil, but Ozil could do just things that were just fucking different. I don't know. Yeah, and I still don't know because when you still even hear, and I know a footballer ain't going to say, "Yeah, I made a brutal mistake. I should never have left Arsenal, and I'm a fucking idiot." And I just travelled around the world: Real Madrid, Chelsea, Liverpool, Bolton. Like, he literally went to about 80 teams after us. Probably went to America, Saudi, Scotland, everywhere. With Anelka, was he wrongly advised? Again, he was like, "I'm better than Ian Wright and Bergkamp," allegedly after like weeks of being at the club, and I want to be number one striker. And then it was Arsenal are a stepping stone to Real Madrid. Like, I don't know if you're ever aware of that one, Lee, but allegedly he said them words. And even me, the diehard Arsenal fan who did love Anelka, I was like, "Come on, you little cunt, you know who we are?" Like, Arsenal, we're a really big team at the time. Wenger's the bollocks. What do you mean a stepping stone to Real Madrid? And if you do believe Wenger, he was like, "I actually didn't want Henry as a replacement for this motherfucker. I was imagining these two fuckers together. Like, could you imagine the pace of them two, Anelka and Henry, that was in the Premier League? I think Henry would have probably have naturally stayed a winger, and Anelka would have been the 9 in that sort of front three that started evolving in football. Henry on the left. Excuse me. Henry on the left. Lundberg or whoever on the right. Or an Overmars. Imagine fuck me at that at some point as well. Overmars and Elcott Henry. Jesus. See again, bro, the Ozil debate rumbles. If you ask me who's better, honestly, Ødegaard or Ozil, I say Ozil. Ødegaard is alright. He sometimes works for the team. But if people want to say again, and I don't want to get into it tonight, Ozil goes missing, Ozil la la la, so does Ødegaard. It seemed like Saka got injured. The guy disappeared. Ozil was never our captain. Not the guy that's supposed to, like Vieira or Tony Adams, get the boys together, a Keown, inspirational figure. And I do dig him out another 5%. Like, maybe he never asked to be the captain, but you know what? If you're not captain material, refuse the fucking job, innit, guys? Again, if it ain't Gabby, it's only William Saliba. There's not very many captain materials in that squad. And there's only 2 for me presently. Oh, no, 3. Deckers. Deckers, I think, would be a good skipper as well. The guys are, I don't know. He's a bit of a myth for me. Odegaard I like, but again, remember, Arda Güler in 7 months scored more goals and assisted more goals in 7 months than Odegaard did at Real Madrid in 7 years. Bang. Why did he hold on at Real Madrid for so long? And Alcoa is unreal. I missed my comment. Where? Just this I've got. And I said it. Danny, would you agree Anelka was one of the saddest stories? Most definitely was. Very, very badly advised, I think, by his brothers. His brothers was his agents, and I think they were both cunts. I don't know, he was just doing all sorts as well, like. Which one? Well, even if I chose Bergkamp right now, there would always be that sadistic, I'll say, Arsenal fan. I think Yui once did actually slap that at you, actually. Of course, brilliant. It's because he's Turkish. Then Bergkamp let us down on them Russian away days. Could he have been the difference in some Champions League games when he didn't fly? Like, I remember at the time, bros, I was thinking, how much do you earn? You earn how much? Mate, you fucking fly, swim, drive, couldn't give a fuck. Get the fuck to the game. But Wenger being Wenger, even though Dennis used to offer to drive, he'd be like, it's a 2-hour flight or a 2-day drive. I don't want him to be exhausted. 2 days driving here, 2 days driving back. That wasn't really a Wenger voice, but you get where I'm going with that. Wenger said it would exhaust him more to be driving around like a dickhead all over the world, looking for interchanges and ferries to take him because he don't want to get on a plane with his teammates. Fuck that, get on the plane, you cunt. I'm kind of shook of flying, but bollocks. If I want to go Holland and get fucking banged the fuck on the fucking old ganja, guess what you do? You jump on a plane for 45 minutes, Lee. And guess what? I actually do fucking fear aeroplanes. I think every time they move, ooh, and then go up, I shit myself every time thinking, fuck me, what do you do right now? Forget a terrorist attack. How's that if it just goes bang and blow up? You're fucked. Where are you jumping to, cunt? You're in the air. You're dead. They say it's the safest way of travelling. I fucking still rather. I fancy my chances. Me driving behind steering wheel in fucking car. Just like Dennis Bergkamp. I remember at the time it used to really fuck me off. I'd think, who have we got in the fuck? Unless it's a French team. And even when we started playing French teams like Lons, we never used to just make him travel. We'd be like, oh, fuck it, just leave him at home. I don't remember that one. But I do remember him saying a stepping stone to Real Madrid. That fucking pissed me off. Could have been. Yeah, because football is slightly different. Could you imagine an actual front two, like a 4-3-3, but not the way it is now, the left, the right. I'm talking a traditional two with a fucking number 10 behind them, Bergkamp. Whew, it would have been. There you go. See, and again, see, it was little ingredients them times, little ingredients. Bollocks, get on the plane, fuck him. See, no, see, again, that's like, I call it not a fear of flying, I call it risk assessment. Again, in a car, if a calamity comes towards me, I feel I'm such a skillful driver, better than Lewis Hamilton. I could probably get out of it somehow or make the impact not as fuckery, which I have done in the past. That's a story for a different evening. A couple of scars on my head for it. I remember, all right, I went to Lincoln back in the day in Scotland. My mum was like, "Go on holiday, go meet your cousins in Scotland." And one of them worked at Butlins in Glasgow, and he was like, "Oh, we had an accident. Somebody fucking head got stuck in the thing that goes over your head on the roller coaster. Apparently, it come out of place, and he just drove around the roller coaster out, and a bit of metal come past and licked his head off." I was like, "So, let me do a little bit of risk assessment here. You want me to go on that roller coaster for free? Thank you so much, cousin cunt. But you're telling me if it's only reopened because a geezer 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago died on the ride. Risk assessment, I chose not to go on the roller coaster. I went in the bubble works. Boys and girls, call me a pussy if you like. Fuck all y'all. Dead? Bubble works. If the thing did come out of place that goes over your head, and I remember the thing they put over your head and going, look, oh, what's this? All right, sweet. I'm not going nowhere. Big thing going upside down. What's that stops there? Where am I going? Where's my money coming out of my pocket? My ganja falling out my... No, bruv. Risk assessment. Fuck you. And again, bruv, is that something that you train at every day, or are you just born and blessed with it? This skill of a Bergkamp, the touch of a Ozil, the touch of Bergkamp, Newcastle away. Them two identical goals was Leicester away and the World Cup, France versus Argentina. Just mad. And I'm sure again with Arsenal, you ain't even just got EasyJet, with full respect to EasyJet flying you. You probably got some fuck you called a fuck you extra security fucking aeroplane. So you're probably good, bros. So Dennis, yes, do you know what? You actually did let us down, man. Get on a fucking aeroplane about you want to drive there and then go on a boat and then get off the boat and drive again for another 200 miles. Fuck you. Get the fuck on the aeroplane. Just strap the cunt down, bros. You don't know. Bomba cloud. Get on a fucking aeroplane, bros. You never heard Messi say I can't go on an aeroplane for Arsenal. Only one that gets into Arsenal's Saliba. Ooh, only one that gets into Arsenal ahead of Torre. Could argue Saka over Freddie too. See, modern day Arsenal fan, the new super gooners, the new super fans would say it's very harsh. Saka is one of our own. Freddie, I love Freddie though. 3 million quid. 3 fucking million quid. Goal in his debut, lobbing Peter Schmeichel. I was at that game. 3-0 Man United. Yeah, I love Freddie. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Who was worse, Sonogo or that Chinese kid? Which Chinese? Are you talking about Inamoto? Inamoto wasn't that bad. I swear he went on to have a sort of half-decent career after Arsenal. Like, didn't he go and hold his own in Serie A for quite a few seasons, for like a Bologna or a Fiorentina? Havertz over Thierry Haters. What do you reckon? He probably just wants to stay at home to play Super Nintendo. Whatever the reason was, bruvs, I don't know. If we're 0-0, Bergkamp could have released that ball. If it was we lost 1-0, Bergkamp could have made it 1-1. Seriously. At the top of my head, without thinking too hard, my favourite Arsenal shirts, even though they weren't released yet, was when I see them when I was in Copenhagen at the Cup Winners' Cup final and two cunts walked past me. I was aware we were going to be Nike from next season, but when I see these kits, the identical red and the blue, with Gunners going down and the zigzags and the Arsenal at the back and on the blue one, the Gunners, that shit fucked me up, bruv. Bergkamp's a genius, bruv. I was at that game as well versus Southampton. I was at that game. One in off the post. Yeah, both genius goals, bruv. 7th game for the club. It was always going to happen. Fuck me, Lee. We're probably fucking stood next to each other, you can. Where was I? Norfolk fucking Clockend. I don't believe I was in the North Bank no. I think I was a Clockend. I was a Clockend season ticket on them times, bruv. When I used to sit next to that cunt that's on AFTV, Ty used to sit like, do you know, he used to sit that one row behind me, but pinging way over to the right. He got all upset one day because he had some dude as big as him there. But I was blazing his out with my pal. And I was young at the time. My brother didn't come. Me and my brother seemed to older, so it was me and my pal went. So I thought my brother's not here, bollocks. I'm gonna fucking take the piss. I blazed his out. So I'm trying to say about, are you smoking? Kind of. No. I'm smoking a good herb no matter what happened to you. Yeah, bro. Honestly, bro. Do you know how I remember it was in? Because from the minute fucking headphones were invented, that cunt was there with his fucking little thing in his hand. He dressed bright. He was always the same guy, bro. 10 years before internet even started, yeah, that motherfucker used to sit one row behind. Bro, I see him, bro. He used to get about. I used to go to a lot of games sometimes as well, though. I was a clocking season ticket holder. My brother, obviously, as a young kid, he'd financed me to go to Copenhagen with him. I went to the Naïm, fucking France, Parc de France the year after, Cup Winners' Cup final. Yeah, man. I was an active young gooner. With him. Bubs, I've met him in Bubs. He lives in the manor, innit? So, as he said, you know what? I've got 0 against you, and I do remember you from back in the day, and you're blessed, and your football knowledge is gangster. He goes, just, you know what? People don't like you on the YouTube scene. So there you go. But Ty's blessed, man. Ty's got no animosity against me at all. Like Jay Ben could probably tell you, but man, run around the manor, bros. I've seen Ty numerous times, man. Ty's a good guy. As I said, way before internet, way before all of that, Ty sat just behind me. When I was a young gunner in the clock end, me and Ty used to sit next to each other. And then Cup Winners' Cup final one time, I did bump into man aboard as well. We must have took a same aeroplane somewhere, and I'd see him again with his same little brethren about big as him, just shorter still. I thought it was his you. I don't know. I don't think Ty is a you, but I thought the kid was his you because it looked like it was a young you, whoever used to always go with Ty to Arsenal football games at that time of day, at them times, which was way back in the day. Jay Ben, what are you saying? When did you last go to an Arsenal game? Lee? You have to blame Lee Akers. He's my ticket guy. I'm waiting for the controversial moment. I thought if we fucked up against Chelsea, John and Nickel, because I heard it was getting a bit toxic again. Ty's like 60. Well, there you go, bros. Is he out? He ain't 60, bros, surely. But yeah, old school gooner. Danny, I watched the Chelsea, Arsenal game. Meeting 397 at Stamford Bridge. See that gazer who has the half Arsenal shirt, the ponytail. Yeah, hold on. He's a next one. He used to always go in a Gunners pub. I do not know him personally, but I used to chat. I met him in Copenhagen. He was one of the ones that had that fucking Arsenal. I was like, where the fuck did you get that shirt, bros? They all got it nicked, like a pre-ordered nicked. Danny, what's the Chelsea Arsenal game? Chelsea game beat 3-0, 97 at Stamford Bridge. Well, did Silvino score? Is it that one? The Arsenal shirts with a ponytail on YouTube. Yeah. And that cunt's consistent, brothers. He's done it ever throughout. I think he just buys 2 brand new shirts and literally gets a tailor to rip them in half. Surely, what else could you do? Just 2 shirts, but you fuck. Can you do it twice so you can have 2 of the same shirt? Cut the cunts in half and fucking put the cunts. Surely. Fucking man at Uber has been giving me fucking all sorts of havoc all night. But guys, shout out to my real one. Tiger is back. J Ben coming to say what a guam. Or when was the last Arsenal game? You have to ask this geezer. He's my ticket man. Lee, what game have I got to go this season, bros? What games are left? A big one at home. I do need a big game, Lee. I need to get there nice and early, preferably an evening game, so I can nice and stare at the pot, get there like at R5 and fuck around the stadium, fuck about. Laser Zoo and wham. Hey, do you remember I said 5 years ago Arteta's a cunt? He's still a cunt. People remember me for that shit. I'll be like, yep, I'm consistent. I don't like Arteta. I never will. Fuck his mum and fucking blood clot process. How's that, J-Ben? That's what these YouTubers ain't. They're not consistent. They don't stay true to themselves. You see me? I stay true. I don't like Arteta. I don't like him for certain things. Treatment of Saliba at the start. Treatment of Guendouzi at the start. What did he do with Martinez? And the more I think about it, if Lacazette's going to score a half a goal for a whole season, a half a goal, you know, say a couple fish in though, you may as well keep a Aubameyang. Fuck whatever he done 2 minutes late from for a pre-season meeting. Fuck you, Arteta, and suck your pre-season meeting. How's it like that? But then you want to lose Aiden Haven to Man United, and the kid looks class. Come on. Man United have got De Ligt, Martinez, Maguire. Wow, that kid's going to be ahead of all of them. Injury or no fucking injury. Keto Obi Martins, big risk to play a fucking 16-year-old or just about to turn 17-year-old at Man United, a big club, one of the biggest in the world still, respectively. And they're playing shit and not getting the greatest results. Keto's going to clock it. Let him score 1 or 2 goals at Man United. They're going to come. I'll say I fucked up hard there, innit? Keto didn't ask for millions. Aiden Haven didn't ask for millions. Respectively, they asked for some minutes. But with an hour and 37 minutes, guys, we're going to an hour and 40. What is your motherfucking final thoughts? Lee, have you got anyone that can get England tickets? My Latvian pal would love a ticket. Rattis, you ever met Rattis, boss? He wants a ticket for England, Latvia, boss. I don't suppose you can spring up England tickets or just go box office. Oh, they're 50 quid. 50 quid to watch England, Latvia. Fuck off. I'd rather have a wank. I'd rather get something to nosh. I'd rather get pissed. 50 quid to watch England. Sorry, I'm not that patriotic. I'm not patriotic at all. But you know what? 50 quid to watch England versus Latvia. Mate, behave. Fuck off. Lee, what is your thoughts on watching England versus Latvia? That's probably a shit seat as well. They're worst seats. But then again, I've heard at the new Wembley. Have I been to the new Wembley? No. I have another. But there you go. But guys, it's time to go. The Danny final thought is done. I don't see Lee jumping in with that comment. Shouts out to J Ben. Tiger, Prawn, King. You are the motherfucking man of the match. Guys, peace out. God bless. I can't wait now till tomorrow's 10 p.m. live. Let's get out this Andrea birthday. Let's see if he loves it. Latvia. Or like flat beer. I know, bro. 50 before at 49. Let's give them their £1 back. £49. The cheapest ticket. But bigging up yourself, bros. Listen, let me start up the pot, get a bit of hype in. Tiger is back. Peace out, people. Tiger's the man of the match. I'll catch you tomorrow at 10 p.m. live. And if there is any good internationals this week, who knows? I might have to do a little live just because Tiger's back. Bigging up Tiger, Prawn King.